afternoon, or good evening. We are so thankful that you have joined us today on the Upside Up podcast. My name is Jeremy, and I'm joined today, as always, by my good buddy and friend, Garrett Horn. How you doing, homie?
I'm just impressed with that intro.
Yeah, I know. I practiced
Did you come up with that yourself?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, I've thought about this now. All right. Well, we are thankful that you've joined us today on the show. A little bit of a preview for you. We're going to play a game that I believe Garrett's come up with.
And he keeps trying to look at the answers?
I have not looked at the answers. Then we're going to have another double feature of Justin's jokes. I'm not sure why he's been sending us two, but we'll take them. And this week they're pretty funny. I've read ahead, so
I hope so.
I think they're pretty hysterical.
That'd be a nice change.
Yeah, no kidding. And then I'm going to bring a thought to the table, and we're going to ask for your opinions with that thought. So then we're going to answer one listener question, because apparently we don't have any friends anymore. Just one. Thanks, Gable.
My own sister let me down.
I tell you what, must be rough to be you. All right, well, with all that being said, I guess we'll get started with Garrett's game, whatever that is. So why don't you give us a little bit of a preview?
All right, we're going to play a game called Fact or Fiction. I didn't think of anything more creative, but basically, if you know me at all, you know that I love just spouting useless information.
Yes.
Useless facts, and I love telling people about it.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of quote-unquote facts that are often repeated but are not true.
They call that a myth.
They're myths, yes.
So fact or myth? Is that what we're playing?
Well, okay, but it's also fiction, because myth is a fiction. So my name it stands because you have the alliteration there.
Okay. Alrighty.
Anyway, but yes, we're gonna play this game, and I have several of these myths, but I also have some facts that are actually pretty cool facts, pretty amazing facts, just random things.
All right.
And I'm gonna see if you can tell the difference between fact or fiction.
I'm gonna guess probably not, but I say we keep score. And Corbin, if you could keep score for us, we would appreciate that. You said you got 12 questions.
Yeah, 12 questions.
I say if I get 8 right, then I win.
What do you win?
I win a glass of chocolate milk.
You're on.
All right. If I don't, then obviously you get the glass of chocolate milk, and we will post pictures on social media afterward with our glasses of chocolate milk, I guess. So, and I'm gonna win, so it's gonna be me.
All right. The first question for you, Jeremy.
Alrighty.
Fact or fiction? The Great Wall of China is visible from outer space.
That is fiction. I've heard that one.
You are correct. I don't know where that rumor came from. It makes no sense, because there are structures that are larger than the Great Wall of China.
I know.
That you can't see from space, but somehow that one stays caught on, or stays famous.
Yeah. I don't know why that is.
Fact or fiction? Sharks do not get cancer.
Ooh. I'm going to go with fact.
That is actually fiction.
Uh-oh.
Wrong.
Uh-oh.
It's actually a pretty common fiction in the health industry. It's believed that for some reason that sharks don't get it has something to do with the fact that their skeleton is made of cartilage, but it's actually not true. They do get cancer. So what happens is several scam artists try to sell supplements with shark cartilage in it to prevent cancer, but it's not true.
All right. What a world we live in.
Yeah, scam artist.
Oh, boy.
All right,
so I'm 1-1.
All right. Fact or fiction? Dogs do not sweat.
I don't own a dog, so I really have no point of reference. I guess I've heard that is true. So I'm going to go with that is true.
Fiction. Okay. They actually do sweat. They regulate their temperature through panting, but they do sweat through their foot pads.
Through their foot pads? I've heard that. I forgot about that,
so
but I have heard that.
you are 1 for 2 right now.
Uh-oh. I want my chocolate milk, so I better pull this
loser.
together. Yes.
All right.
I am indeed.
Fact or fiction? Mary Had a Little Lamb is based on a true story.
I mean, odds are there's someone named Mary and she has a little lamb. But is that where it originates? That's what you're asking?
Yes, that's the question.
I will say, this sounds like something you would make up. I'm just being honest. I'll go fact. I can't be wrong 3 times in a row.
You are correct. That is.
Yes.
It is based on a little lamb following a girl named Mary Sawyer to school in 1817.
1817.
Why
okay.
somebody decided to write a poem, song, whatever about that escapes me, but
Yeah, I have no
it
idea.
caught
either.
on. So you got that one correct. Good job, Jeremy.
Thanks, buddy. I'm smart.
Fact or fiction? An ostrich eye is bigger than its brain.
Ooh, ostrich eye is bigger than its brain.
This is where some of the phrase bird brain comes from.
Was that a clue?
No.
I'll go with fiction. I don't think that's true.
Wrong. The ostrich eye is actually bigger than its brain.
Wow, that
Yes.
is impressive.
That means it's really not a smart
Really
animal.
stupid. yeah.
Actually, brain size doesn't necessarily mean intelligence, but it's
Yeah.
another kind of myth. But
Is that one fact or fiction?
which one?
What you just said.
That was what I said was fiction. That the brain size.
Oh. Okay. Equals
Having a smaller
intelligence.
brain does not mean you're stupid.
Okay.
That's a mean word.
Stupid.
All right. All the cells in the human body are fully replaced every 7 years. Fact or fiction?
That's true.
That is false.
Are you sure?
Yes. That's a very common. I hear that all the time.
I did hear that all the
But
time.
it's not true. Muscle and
Pretty
bone
sure I
cells
lost.
live to be about 25 to 30. They can live 25 to 30 years. And you're actually born with most of the neurons in your body.
Yeah,
Keep through your
I knew
whole
the
life.
neurons.
Well,
yeah.
neurons are cells.
Yeah, but I thought we were talking skin cells.
Well, skin cells, yes, but I said the human body.
Oh, technicality. I see. I'm pretty sure I already lost. Man. Ow.
Do you want to go through the rest of them?
Yes, well, obviously.
All right.
I really wanted that chocolate milk.
Fact or fiction? When lightning strikes, it can reach up to 52,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
I have no idea. I'm going to go fact.
That is true.
Thanks.
I was very impressed with that.
Okay, I'm glad that you were.
That is blazing hot.
You know, you could have been really mean. And what did you say, 52,000?
Yeah.
So you could have made it like 51,000.
51,999.
Yeah.
Fact or fiction? Humans only use 10% of their brain.
That is fiction.
Good job.
Thanks, buddy. I
That's
knew
another one.
that one.
We humans don't use all of their brains at one time, but
Right.
they do use all parts of their brain.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
All right, you got that one right. Good job. Fact or fiction? Bats are blind.
Well, okay, so the saying is that someone
Blind
is
as a
blind
bat.
as a bat, which when I was young I thought a baseball bat. And you know
Oh no, Jeremy, come on.
well, they can't see, can they? No.
I'm gonna
so
pretend you didn't say that.
I'm going to go fiction.
You are correct. It is a fiction. They're colorblind, but they are able to see.
Okay.
So
So they can't see very well.
well, they can. I don't know how well they can see. They just can't
Okay.
see color.
I know they use like sonar and stuff to get around, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Hummingbirds beat their wings at over 1,000 times a minute.
That's true.
Good job.
Yeah.
Looks like you're catching up. It's too little, too late.
Yeah, I
Jeremy.
know it. I know it. I'm going to be off by one, I think.
Fact or fiction? This is a funny one. In the 1800s, people were buried alive so often that a coffin was invented that allowed the buried person to let people know that they were still alive.
I heard this last night
Are
on
you
a
serious?
video. Yes, and that's where the hold on. The bell saying. What is that bell saying? Oh man. Man, I wish I could remember this. But I was watching a video last night and that's true.
That's crazy because I
Yeah.
just learned that last night.
Yeah. I'll have to look up that that saying. I can't remember what that saying is. Anyway.
That's really creepy, though.
It is creepy.
Can you imagine waking up in
Yeah.
your grave?
I'm pretty sure you'd suffocate, wouldn't you?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
Let's see.
Seems iffy.
The last one. Elephants are the only land mammals that do not have the ability to jump. Fact or fiction? I've heard this one before.
It seems to me that would just be, well, I'm going to go, let's see, that they do not have,
They can't jump.
true.
You think that's true?
I think that's true.
Final answer?
Yes.
All right, you're right.
Yeah.
Right.
Man, I was off by one. That's so frustrating.
Yeah, you started off pretty bad, but you closed
I
strong.
was about to say fiction on that one, but then I thought about the bottom of their hooves or feet, whatever you call them, and they're flat. So how would they
I
get
just thought
any?
they're so big.
How
you
would they
can't
get any
jump.
spring? I think that the anatomy would prevent it.
Good answer.
Thanks, buddy.
If
So-
you want sources for these, I didn't keep them because I got them from different places. So you'll just have to trust me or look them up yourself. But I did the research. I'm very confident in these. So
All right. Well, that was good, buddy. That was good. I'm glad that you brought that.
I'm glad I get the chocolate milk.
I'm not. I'm very upset about that. All right. Well, we've learned something today, definitely. All right, let's move on to Justin's jokes. Two big ones for you today. Garrett, I think you're going to like these. Number one, if you ever get cold, just stand in a corner. They're usually around 90 degrees.
Ooh, that one's so bad, but it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I know. The other one, you may have to think about this one for a second. This one, I didn't understand it at first. I thought it was an anti-joke, and then I figured it out. It's very, very funny. So here we go. 2 toothpicks are waiting at the traffic light when a hedgehog comes by. They look at him silently, and then one toothpick says to the other, "Huh, so there's even buses."
That was terrible. Basically, because all the what are they called? The quills on a
Yeah.
porcupine are the toothpicks.
Yeah.
That's not funny.
Yes, it is. I thought that was hilarious. Well, maybe.
Boo.
I'm sorry. I thought it was funny. All right. Now, with that being done, moving on. I have a kind of a thought that I've been thinking about for a long time, and I've been wanting to bring to the show. Let's go back in time to the early spring, late winter. When is concert season for bands? Is that around that time?
Well, they have Athens, and I guess Clements normally has like a winter concert. I mean, like a Christmas concert, and then they'll have spring concert, and then I think they have one like at the end of the year. So
Okay.
yeah,
All right. Well, somewhere around that time period, we went to watch Athens High perform their concert band. You were there, and your sister was performing. Your parents and everybody was there. So it was a very fantastic show. But as I'm sitting there watching this show, I look out in the crowd, and I see parents all over the place, and grandparents and brothers and sisters. But I noticed with the parents and grandparents that I would say about 70 to 75% of the grandparents and parents there have out a smartphone.
Mm-hmm.
And they're recording or taking pictures. And I know what you're thinking. So, I mean, duh, they want to they want to record this moment in their child's life, and I completely understand that, and I'm behind that. But the thought occurs to me that, especially in today's society, where everything is surrounded around our smartphones and social media and the like, just all of our lives are put out to everyone. You can see everything. It seems like some people more than others. We don't.
No doubt about that.
But with that, I'm afraid that we have lost the appreciation for what's in front of us, the original, and we have learned to glorify the replica, the pictures, the media, just whatever media, the pictures, the video, the audio. And as I was thinking about this, I noticed in my life that I don't know, I will experience some fantastic event. Maybe we'll go on a hike. Maybe we'll go to Disney World. First Disney
I
reference.
thought we weren't saying anything about Disney.
Well, we went, and it pertains to this thought. So, and I've wanted to pull out my phone, and I've wanted to have this stuff recorded and enjoy it. But the other part of me is I want to experience this. I don't care as much about the memory as I do as making the memory.
Mm-hmm.
So like accessing the memory. So going back to the concert, looking out, the children of course want to be able to see their performance and like review it and see where they went wrong, that kind of thing. And the parents want to have this memory. But I just wonder if we have learned to ignore what's in front of us by taking a picture, by seeing it through a viewfinder on our phone or whatever. So I guess my question to you is, how do we balance that need and that want to record and have stored on our phones, on our computers, whatever, these memories, even in photo albums. They still have those, by the way. If you ever want, you can actually print out a picture and put it in an album, and it's like touchable.
That's so 2009.
Crazy, isn't it? Well, how do we balance that? Because at Disney World, like I said, I wish now that I had more photos, but in the moment, I just wanted to experience it. So it seems like I can't win either way. So what's your take? How do we balance it?
Well, I am an expert on this.
I knew
No,
you were.
just I kind of see what you're saying. I'm one that I think that taking pictures, like if I'm taking pictures or videoing, I do think it takes away from the moment. Like I'm focusing on getting the right shot.
Right.
So I've never been big on pictures. Now, I do sometimes wish that, man, I wish I had more pictures, but I don't know, for example, with Disney, what would you have wanted more pictures of?
I guess things like taking pictures of the ride and that kind of thing, and just so I can experience at least a piece of it again. Because I look on my phone and I have probably, besides the pictures of me and Alyssa that we just take in front of stuff, I have probably like no more than 10 pictures of the entire park. And I don't know, some people may think that that's a lot, but I don't find it a lot at all. I mean, I took a picture of the golf ball at Epcot.
It's not a golf ball.
But I wish I had taken pictures of like Splash Mountain and
Yeah.
that kind of stuff, and just so I could experience it again. But I have the memory stored in my brain, but it's not.
Yeah.
That can go away and stuff. So.
Well, they do have that app. You can go
What
back
app?
and look at the pictures.
Oh.
Okay, but beside the point, I guess it's just a balance, because I know we're talking about Disney again, but we were in the park for several hours at a time.
Right, that's true.
So you could have gotten like a picture of Splash Mountain in like 5 seconds, and then you'd had it on your phone forever.
Right.
So I think it's a balance, and that's one thing. Like, my family likes to take pictures a lot when we go anywhere, and I hate pictures because we have to stop and.
Right.
But they are valuable. So I just think if you're constantly taking pictures, it's not as enjoyable.
Right.
But if you don't take any pictures, you don't have, you have your memories, but when you look at a picture, it's like you go back to the place.
Right.
Because your memory is a little bit foggy.
Right.
So I just think it's a balance between it. But I wouldn't okay. Here's another thing. This is a little bit off topic, but you're talking about people videoing the concert. Who goes back and watches that?
I don't know, but that's the point that they.
I might get a picture of the concert, maybe my kid up there.
Right.
But I'm not gonna sit there and hold my arm up and video the concert on my phone and just never watch it again. That seems silly to me, but to each their own.
Yeah. Well, something that I think about in relation to that is, if I'm the child up there on the stage and I look out in the audience, I think that I would appreciate more the fact seeing my parents smiling or seeing they're enjoying what I have worked hard to accomplish, as opposed to them recording it. Now, in recording it, that shows that they care about it and everything, or at least some sort of care for that event. But it's not, I don't know, it just doesn't seem quite as deep.
Personal,
yeah, as it would be. And I don't know, that, like I said, it's something that's been on my mind, and I should have asked you before we went to Disney, because now I could have better. But I don't know, just finding that balance is hard for me, because it seems like no matter what I do, I either take too many or too less pictures or whatever. Yeah. And I find myself, like, when we go on a hike, I'll look somewhere and I'm like, that would make a great picture, and then I can post it to Instagram. What is wrong with me? Why do I want to do that?
That's why I don't have an Instagram.
Yeah, well, why is that in my brain that I want to do that? It's like a social status now, by how many likes and everything that you get on there, which that's been around for years. But
I love Facebook likes.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Speaking of,
it builds my self-esteem.
Yeah. Speaking of that, like us on Facebook.
That's right. We need 100 likes at the end of this show.
I don't think that'll happen.
Are you saying we're not popular? I haven't kept up with the numbers.
Well, I mean, We're popular among our friends,
That's
and
right.
they enjoy it.
Yeah,
So.
it makes me feel so good when somebody comes up to me and says, "Listen to your podcast." I'm like, "All right."
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
But back to the topic. I guess thinking back to what I take pictures of, I only take pictures of really big events.
Uh-huh.
I took a picture when I bought a house.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Of the house. Took a picture when me and Amber got engaged. When we went in the park, I made sure to get a picture of the castle first thing. So, but I just don't waste time getting pictures of stuff because
Right.
you know what? You can Google Splash Mountain on.
It's true. It's true.
But it's not from your trip. I understand that. So
Yeah.
I guess it's just a balance.
Yeah.
Which in hindsight's 2020, so it looks back. Man, I should have got more pictures. But when you're there, you're not thinking.
Yeah. We were wanting to get.
I wanted to get on the ride.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't care
We
about
were
that
trying to beat the
picture.
lines.
Yeah. Well, like I said at the beginning, the fact that as a society we have glorified pictures so much as opposed to experiences seems like nowadays we are striving to go on these exciting experiences so we can post them online.
Yeah.
That's pretty pathetic. I
But
think.
that's not me.
That's not you, man, and I hope that it's not me, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
it's pathetic as a society that we've gotten to that point.
What's
And I
the-
love social media. I mean, I genuinely enjoy checking it during the day and whatnot, but I don't know, that part's a little pathetic.
I only have a Facebook and I kind of have a Twitter, but we're not going to give the name out. So, because I don't do anything on there except look up sports stuff and
Right.
maybe occasionally trash talk the opposing teams in a clean way.
Yes, yes. I looked on your Twitter before, and yeah, I saw. I see what you do with your time now.
It's just all in good fun.
Okay. All right, buddy. Well, so if you have any opinions, we really do want them. So please comment on our Facebook page and also tweet us on Twitter and give us your opinion about this topic. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one that struggles trying to figure out when to take a picture and when to just enjoy what we're experiencing. So definitely interact with us there. And as we mentioned, I look on our Twitter and we don't have near the amount of people interacting with us on there as Facebook. So if you do have a Twitter, make sure to follow us on there. We really appreciate that. And if you haven't liked us on Facebook yet, that's the best way to find out when we have a new episode out or any news of any kind coming out. So if you haven't liked us on Facebook, stop what you're doing right now. Pause the video and go like us on Facebook.
We're on video?
Did I say video?
You said we're on video.
I'm sorry.
I don't see a camera.
No, we're not on video. My apologies. But stop the audio and like us on Facebook. And we greatly appreciate that if you would do that for us. So we asked for listener questions on Facebook and Twitter again, and we got one response from our good buddy Gable.
Gable is the man with
He
these
is.
questions.
He is.
He
And this
comes
one's
through.
good. This one, I like this one. So very simple, but it's a good one, man. So I guess we'll go with your take first. His question was burgers or hot dogs? Simple
that
as
one's
that.
easy. Burgers.
It's pretty easy for me too, burgers. But I know that there are a lot of people that enjoy a hot dog, but I think that they enjoy it by neglecting what is inside of it, and that is
That's
that
a
I don't
different
exactly.
discussion.
Yeah, I don't really know what's inside of it, but
I don't want to know.
yeah, me neither.
Now, I love a good loaded up hot dog. Like you get everything you can on there and stuff it in your mouth. Yum yum.
Like the turkey leg.
Yeah, like the turkey leg. But burgers, I just like the taste better, and you can
Oh, yeah.
load up a burger too.
Oh boy.
Man. So yeah.
So many ways that you can do a burger, and there's so many ways that you can
What about
do a
putting-
hot dog wrong.
What about cutting a hot dog in like half and putting it on a burger?
I'm not about that.
I'll eat it. I'll
Well,
eat anything.
yeah, you will. I'm not about that. I don't think so.
No, but yeah, definitely burgers over hot dogs.
Yes, I would agree with that. So it looks like we've covered what we wanted to. So check us out on social media. We will be posting a picture with Garrett and his chocolate milk because I got one too many wrong.
Well, we got 7 right and 5 wrong.
Yep, stinks.
I mean 7 wrong
Mm-mm.
and 5
So,
right.
no
You got 7 wrong.
fiction.
That was a little bit confusing.
Oh, it's
You
very
got
confusing.
7 wrong and 5 right. That's why you lost.
I don't think so. I think I got 4 wrong. I mean 5 wrong, because we were going for 4.
Oh, I thought you were just going for. Oh, we didn't understand the game. I thought, I thought you were going for more right than wrong. But you were just trying not to
Get
a
full
certain.
wrong. Yes.
Okay, I see. I'm stupid.
No, you're not, but
I didn't understand the game.
fiction. All right. Well, guys, we really appreciate you joining us today. Today we've had Caleb and Corbin here with us, so that's the first time that's happened. We appreciate these guys.
Shout out to Corbin.
Yeah, that's right. His first episode with us.
Yeah, his first episode with us, and we are so glad he's a part of this team.
Yeah,
we're a closely knit group, y'all.
We sure are. We're sitting in like what 4 feet here, so
yeah, we're all within 4 feet of each other. They could talk and you could hear them, but they don't.
But because they're good at their jobs, man.
That's right.
They sit in silence. No, we really appreciate the work that they do for us, all the input and everything. So, and guys, we made it shorter. I hope you're happy.
Yeah, hurt our feelings. Don't want to hear us talk for 15 minutes at a time. We'll cut it down a little bit.
We cut it down, so I hope you enjoy it. We want to thank Katie for her work on the jingle. Does a great job with that, and we may have some more music coming out on the show soon. So check out for that.
I didn't even know that.
Well. Yes, indeed. We want to thank Kevin for helping us record that jingle. And like we said, the big shout outs to Caleb and Corbin for their valuable work. Couldn't do it without them. We want to thank you for joining us today. And guys, remember that we're living upside up in this upside down world. And let's try to influence this dark world by following God's commands. And we'll see you next time, guys.
Adios.
Man.
Ow.
Well. Yes, indeed.